for his smooth skin, for his weakness, but he was braver than any four of them. This proved it. As the wind lessened, Clain dragged himself upward another foot, and then another. He reached the top of the mountain at the same time as the seeker. Clain glanced at the smiling old face. Then he looked over the topmost rock. The Valley of the Demons spread out before him, a glorious wonder. He'd never envisioned anything like this. The valley was massive, hundreds of miles long, so it faded into the horizon. There were two towering mountain ranges on either side of the vale. The mountains loomed miles above the lowest point of the valley. Down in the distant bottom, Clain could see greenery and a snaking river. "The air is much thicker down there," the seeker shouted in his ear. Clain could smell the old man's onion breath. Then Clain spied the mountain that was a machine. The seeker had described it before, many times, but he'd never expected it would be like this. The mountain didn't seem natural, but looked like a titanic box. The box, or building, was many miles long. It had huge, smooth tubes sticking out of it. White vapors like clouds billowed from the tubes or stacks. Beside the great machine was the last of an iceberg. Ropey vines snaked from the machine onto the ice. They must be huge ropes for Clain to see them from so far away. "There!" the seeker shouted. "Now you should look up. You will see a thing to boggle your senses." Clain squinted upward into the heavens. His chest constricted and his breath caught in his throat. From the old man's descriptions before, he saw. They were long tongues of fire. Flames. That meant rockets came down from space. Yes, he remembered his lessons. These rockets must be high up in the atmosphere. Thunder began to boom. The noise grew louder and louder until it shook his bones. Clain kept staring at the rockets. He could see them now, mighty vessels of metal belching tongues of fire. Between the various rockets swayed a great iceberg. The rockets lowered the ice toward the machine mountain. "This is a miracle!" Clain shouted. "No, it is high technology. The iceberg was once an asteroid snatched from New Saturn's rings and flown through the void to our planet." Clain stared at the seeker who knew so much. The old man used words of high speech, the words of magic and ancient wisdom. "The demons lower the ice from space," the seeker shouted. "They use the ice to fuel the great machine." "What does the machine do?" "There are many such machines in our world, Clain. The demons terraform the planet to suit their evil nature. They like the thicker atmosphere in the valley. That is why they stay down there, and why they leave us alone here in the uplands." "What do the demons look like?" Clain shouted. The seeker studied him, the dark eyes seemingly boring into Clain's soul. "One day, you will tell me." "I don't understand." "I would be amazed if you did." Frowning, Clain asked, "Why do you always speak in riddles?" The old man smiled. He was missing teeth. "After we return to camp, you will begin to fashion your first junction stone." Clain stared at the mountain that was a machine. He wanted a junction stone, but he doubted now for months that he could ever fashion one. The seeker had told him several weeks ago that seeing the Valley of the Demons would help him make one. Now that he saw all this... "Let us go to the mountain that was a machine," Clain pleaded. He wanted to go inside it and see the ancient marvels. "Why do you wish this?" the seeker asked. "Tell me truly." Clain debated what he should say. "I would know more about